Later on The Tonight Show, Jay hits the heights with statuesque stunner Gina Davis. Plus, kid inventors with their newest contraptions. And the down and dirty tunes of Jolly Lang. Your local news is next.
People pay for public education through taxes, but what if you could use some of that money for private education? We'll hear what parents think next on 6 News.
Also, if you think your neighborhood's safe, think again. We'll show you some unsuspected problem areas around town.
Bronze medalist skater Michelle Kwan and Grammy-winning tunes from Train. Your local news is next.
Next, more on that developing Olympic scandal. Plus, investigators believe they finally may have some good news from the Walker County crematory. And we'll tell you what happened with this India Air flight that landed under escort at JFK.
The future of more than 150 school children is in question after their school is suddenly condemned. Also, Kentucky's ACLU wrestles with the posting of the 10 Commandments, and driving off at the gas pump could soon mean serious trouble for drivers.
And a sizzling jaywalk battle of the sexes. Your local news is next.
A huge crowd turns out in Beaufort County to voice their opinions on the outlying landing field controversy, and residents who say they didn't get what they paid for met in Greenville tonight. Stay tuned, your news starts now.
On The Tonight Show, Jay gets a clue about mismatching.
He is accused of a...
Later, temperatures are going to rise when Jay welcomes debonair 007 Brosnan, Pierce Brosnan, and singer Rod Stewart. Your local news is next.
Doctors tell her she's dying. It's something she lives with and they live with every day.
There's only so many days and hours left, and so you gotta protect what's left.
Life's final moments next.
Later on The Tonight Show, Jay gets tips on surviving Christmas from Christina Applegate, plus raging Cajun Politico James Carville, and complex tunes from Simple Plan. Your local news is next.
Bomb threats and a rash of threatening phone calls. Even the DA's office evacuated.
Barney alert, how this dog sniffs out a toxic danger in the home.
Time to hit the slopes. An early start to the ski season. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave.
Later on The Tonight Show, Jay is graced by the wedding dates Deborah Messing, plus Winn-Dixie's Dave Matthews, and jaywalking. Your local news is next.
Good evening, I'm Bob Black. Coming up on 21 News, a budget crunch could close schools in Salem. Fire destroys a home in Trumbull County. And a Mahoney County deputy...
Leader on The Tonight Show, Jay chats with the ever-effervescent Goldie Hawn, plus Larry the blue-collar cable guy, and country tunes from Leanne Rhymes. Your local news is next.
Good evening, I'm Autumn Ziemba. Coming up on 21 News, in just 11 hours, we'll know if the Valley's Air Reserve Station is on the government's hit list. And friends remember 2 local climbers who died doing what they loved most. 21 News starts in 1 minute.
Later, join Jay Leno and The Tonight Show with scheduled guests Damon Wayans, Bo Derek, and singing sensation Donna Summer. Your local news is next.
Next, a News 2 Houston exclusive. Another case of meningitis in Fort Bend County. Plus, a Boston medical reporter dies following a hospital mistake.
500 fathers head to court on Saturday, and Cato talks about his relationship with Nicole. The news starts now.
For ER's smooth operator, George Clooney. And Ming-Na Wen is spell Charlie too. Plus the tunes of Sarah McLachlan. Your local news is next.
But we got our daughter back.
Got his daughter back after she nearly died from E. coli. How her battle could result in safer food.
A warning next time you mail a check in Seattle, why you should not drop it in one of these.
You and most other people are not supposed to see this. Classified equipment falls from the sky.
And when it comes to counting, see the proof. Monkeys are smarter than certain humans.
Just ahead at 11, with the war a week old, Tim Malloy shows us what soldiers carry with them for good luck. Our high schoolers speak out on the war with some surprising opinions. And West Palm Beach has a brand new mayor. Stay with us. The Night Beat is next.
Jay hits it out of the park with Cub slugger Sammy Sosa, plus the extraordinary John Leguizamo, and the tunes of Third Eye Blind. Your local news is next.
Next on NBC 10 News at 11, troops are on the doorstep of Baghdad. We're live with the latest.
Plus, we'll take you inside a flying television station playing a key role in Iraq.
Well, the cool air is in, and it looks like it's going to stay for the Phillies. The update next.
On The Tonight Show, Jay learns how to be a Jedi Knight from Liam Neeson. Apparently, it's all about the hair. Plus, Baba Bish's Rebecca Romaine Stamos. And the tunes of Lyle Lovett. Your local news is next.
A student opens fire on a high school campus. 6 students dropped to the ground bleeding. We'll have the latest. Their son has confessed to killing a Houston police officer. Tonight, the tearful apology. And your mascara may be dangerous. The Night Beat is next.
Night of Overachievers. First Oscar winner, director, producer, and mommy Jodie Foster. Then the equally accomplished Chris Kattan shares his talent. And Charlotte Church, vocal prodigy. Your local news is next.
Coming up on News Strong 6 at 10, an abandoned Harker Heights baby is doing well with her new foster family. WIST focuses on school safety in their meeting tonight. Plus, a special group of volunteers plan to assist those who need it on Y2K.
Tonight show, let's go to the videotape. Jay surfs up the luscious Pamela Lee, plus Stephen King, the Hull, and the tunes of Natalie Merchant. Your local news is next.
You're watching NBC4, the Tri-State News Channel. And now, Chuck Scarborough, Sue Simmons, Janice Huff, and Len Berman. This is News Channel 4 at 11.
Tonight, South Florida gets a taste of the...
Later on the Tonight Show, Jay's really up a creek when he welcomes Dawson himself, James Vanderbeek. Plus, how about some cute, furry, feathered, scaly things? What, you want more? Okay, music by the Dixie Chicks. Your local news is next.
3 former prisoners of war, now set free, are celebrated. Tonight, only on 2, you'll hear from 2 very happy parents ready to bring their son back to Texas. Americans once held captive.
Later on the Tonight Show, he said he'd be back, and he is. Arnold Schwarzenegger joins Jay along with some talented chimps. Talk about your Planet of the Apes. Your local news is next. On the Tonight Show, Jay's gonna be bouncing out Ben Affleck. And even in hell, no respect. Little Nicky's Rodney Dangerfield. And for some reason, we think there'll be jokes about Florida. Your local news is next.
A Laurel Sauer at 11. The historic Palm Beach County recount is underway as the nation watches and waits. A horrible mid-air collision near Sarasota kills 1. And is there help out there for shopaholics? Your news at 11 begins right now.
Later on the Tonight Show, Jay, you can say in the night, not the day, Leash's Cat in the Hat, Mike Myers. Plus, Cycle Dudes from American Chopper and tunes from Al Green. Your local news is next.
Eau Claire police are searching for a suspect in a robbery at a Hastings Way business. A soldier with the 101st Airborne returns home on leave to Neillsville, and the DNR will be testing deer for chronic wasting disease this weekend in the Chippewa Valley. Details next. It's 10 o'clock.
Later, Jay welcomes Carolina the City's Leah Thompson, along with the music of Luther Vandross, to an all-new Tonight Show. Your local news is next.
Police arrest a St. Louis school principal on charges of attempted sodomy involving students. A police officer charged with rape is free tonight. As the need grows, donations drop. Find out how you can share the meaning of the season next.
The new jury says he's not guilty of shooting a boy to death. What was different about this new trial? Tonight, a juror talks to News Channel 2. And local police get a charge out of a new non-lethal weapon. Find out what it does that they really like.
Later on the Tonight Show, Jay's got someone right up your alley. Why, it's Calista Flockhart, of course. Plus, the multifaceted tunes of Jewel. The Tonight Show, pound for pound, the hottest guests in town. Your local news is next. We have the first pictures released from the Air Guard mission to the South Pole. You will see the ski plane landing in just a few minutes. There's also a water emergency in the news tonight. Our top story, today's school bus accident. Live at 11. Start right now.
He takes very careful aim at Just Shoot Me's obsequious David Spade. And a woof-oo at the Bahama now. Oh, that jet. Always with a wing repartee. Your local news is next.
Next on NBC 30, Pearl Harbor remembers.
For the ramparts we walk.
The day of infamy, 59 years later. And some ill-timed morning snow on the way, Brad Field with
Years of stars.
Later on The Tonight Show, where does Cowboys go when they retire? Troy Aikman has all the answers. And Jay's booked Kim Delaney. He's still figuring out on what charges, but there's news is next.
A happy homecoming for 24 men and women held in China for nearly 2 weeks. Now, on to the future of U.S.-China relations.
Plus, a new battle in the war against crime in South Florida. How's it working? The NBC 6 News starts in 30 seconds.
On The Tonight Show, Jay-O-Rama presents Ringo Starr Talking, Ringo Starr Singing, and Bill O'Reilly Just Talking. Your local news is next.
Police say a local Marine shot himself in the leg to avoid deployment. A Saratoga High graduate may be the victim of a deadly hazing incident at a local school. Has to shut down because so many students are sick. Live at 11 starts right now.
On The Tonight Show, Jay-O-Rama presents Ringo Starr Talking, Ringo Starr Singing, and Bill O'Reilly Just Talking. Your local news is next.
Police say a local Marine shot himself in the leg to avoid deployment. A Saratoga High graduate may be the victim of a deadly hazing incident at a local school. Has to shut down because so many students are sick. Live at 11 starts right now.
Show Jay finds out whether or not friends are really friendly from Matthew Perry himself. Plus, the tasty tunes of Meatloaf. The local news is next.
Next on News 4, unclaimed goods seized from criminals. We'll tell you how you can get them.
Bit chillier now. How about tomorrow? How about the weekend? My forecast coming right up.
The Capitals try to solve the Dominator, and we have a new Terrier champion. News 4 is next.
Oh, man, you had a lot of fun. Let me tell you, after a race, you don't...